Welcome to the SGL Show, Spiritual Guided Light. I'm Spiritually Guided Light, and let's go ahead and start your entrepreneur reading for the second week of August of 2021. That is August the 9th to August the 15th. Okay, that is Monday to Sunday. Make sure you follow and subscribe so that when I am led to, when energies are shifting and I am led to release an entrepreneur reading, you will be notified, okay? And also, your subscription keeps the show alive, and I appreciate those who have subscribed this far. Thank you so much. Moving forward, let's go ahead and I want to pull some Rebel on your entrepreneur read first. The reason why is depending on what industry that you're in, you gotta have tough skin. You gotta be able to take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's not sweet. Okay. Sometimes your decisions are not sweet. Head over heart, moving emotions, making the proper decisions for the long run. We boo. Okay, it says basically like throwing in the towel. This can be defined in many ways. Um, it technically just says because fuck it. That's what it says. So there's so many ways that I can explain this. This means throwing in the towel. This is saying, okay, let's do this. This is you take it for what it resonates with you. This is saying, yeah, okay, let's do this. I'm all in. I'm willing to take the risk. This can just literally say, you know what? Again, stepping away, accepting for what it is at face value. The truth is what it is. What it's been presented, I don't know. You have to fill in the blank, and then we have you look like a shit show. Um, and you're simply saying fuck it, like you don't care, you're taking the risk, you're being you, and with that you are being blessed in that Ace of Pentacles because your gifts have made room for you. And if people were not focused on you, are competitors, but you're not competing, listener, right? So confirms your affirmation, I trust myself in doing that. Let's go ahead and keep this rebel energy going, being still in your sound mind, in your vision, in your dreams, your project, whatever that is. Simply says, holding it up, you need a good fucking cry. Excuse my language. But it started off with because fuck it. So I couldn't really break it down because you know how we can express, people express things differently. So I was trying to this is taking the risk. Like if I make a fool of myself, at least I'm doing what it is that I love to do. I'm going to show that I am capable, right? Not to prove a point, but that your product and your service belongs, right? You don't need to compete. Your demographics is your demographics, your targeted demographics, waiting to be targeted, waiting to say, I'm willing to support what it is that you have to offer. But what do you have to offer? Is it going to benefit me, listener? What you have to offer, is it going to benefit me? Are you in it for the long run? Do you trust yourself of longevity? What is in your cup? What is in that Ace of Cups? Is longevity in there? Is this the benefit? What are you willing to offer your customer? Okay, let's go ahead and move forward. And at the top, from the bottom, working your way to the top, it definitely says you are the shit. Okay. Enlightening strikes, the great awakening, right? You found peace within confrontations with self, saying, you know what, mind, by any means, I'm going to make my dreams into a vision and my vision into manifestation. and has come to pass. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get some direction before I pull. Your best shot, For those of you who are new to the SGL show, welcome. We have the Five of Swords. This is sneakiness, ego. You're stirring the pot and creating tension. You may think you've won, but all you've done is created a hostile environment and made an ass of yourself. Focus on repairing the damage before it's too late, because your reputation is on the line. What's more important to you, being right or isolating yourself from everyone else? This is not you, listener. As a side note, this is not you. If it is you, this is 1% out of 99. You need to let go and say fuck it and move forward and trust self all over again. Get out of the confusion and conflict. Let's go ahead, because it is literally dampering. It's watering your brand down. It's watering your potential, right? It's not about the networking skills. You got that in the bag. It has nothing to do with being shy, listener. I'm talking to that 1%. 99%, but just bear with me, okay? Listen here, listener. Don't worry about the groups and associations here of whom is ready, who is in a competitive mind. But you have to understand that you are the creator. You have the ideas. Don't devalue yourself and what you have to offer. Because sometimes home is a box, or wherever you reside or wherever location you are, it is a box. Place yourself in the ocean. More depth, more wide. Okay, more horizon. Okay. You have to put in the footwork. Show those who think that they think that you only can make the possible with them. Be still and work your magic. Work your determination. Work your longevity. You can sip from your own cup. You got to make sure it's good before you offer and serve. And when you serve, let the world know the benefit of drinking from your cup. Everyone has free will. You cannot make someone drink from your cup. Okay, what is this dark energy? Oh, it's very forceful, I tell you that much. We have the King of Wands here. Yeah, everyone's creator, everyone's called, few are chosen. You have takers, you have givers. Okay, you have saints, you have sinners. We have rebels. We have light beings. Whatever you want to put your label. I prefer no label. Just universal. Okay? Because at any moment, you can transform in whatever it is you choose of what you want to create. Okay? And that's what it is you don't have to prove that you're not competing 1%. Now, as a collective, everyone, okay, coming out of this envious ego, right, energy, the sneakiness and conflict. Everybody wants your cup. We have the Four of Cups, opportunities. Don't you feel remorse or regret for stepping away from those who don't value you? And as you step away, that's when people will want to regain the trust. But your trust now has been on high surveillance. No one can infiltrate. You are highly divinely protected. Collective. You're feeling stagnant and you're having the hard time focusing on the things that once made you happy and fulfilled. Okay? This is when people come in as if they have people, places, or people within places come in as if they have good intentions to long find everything that you endured, right? You showed them, didn't realize you were showing them the roots, the routine, your strategy for them to create, flying monkeys and all those circus stuff. So where you now stagnant, overbearing, overwhelming, conflicted, wounded. Like, why am I doing this? Feeling imprisoned, enslaved. Okay. Be mindful of the possible opportunities. You may be inclined to pass up events, and that by being hurt, we can think that everyone that's coming in to offer this Ace of Cups collective will think that people, because, you know, that's trauma, you know, you have to trust self again, collective. So that when the Ace of Cups presents itself, because you are the Ace of Cups as well, this is going to be a balanced, mutual, okay? But may realize later that would have led to amazing things. Don't allow these people, okay? This conflict, these people with these high egos, this competition, this sneakiness, this I have this, I got that, will allow me to do this for you, but they ain't did it for themselves. Don't allow them to make you feel remorse from stepping away because you're willing to take opportunities that benefit your trust. Okay, moving forward, let's go ahead and get that. So understand to be prepared for those energies as you increasingly incline to the top. All right. So understand your stillness and your unconditional love of extension. To stay busy is to stay distracted, collective. Something that can help us survive our pains and troubles, but does nothing to heal them. Though it may be daunting, take time to be still. Let the silence envelope you and learn to just be. Okay. So let's go ahead. Your entrepreneur weekly read for the second week of August 2021. You can email me at spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. You'll find the email in the description box. We have humor. Humor is angelic. I love this card. Okay. Tell a joke or see the funny side of things. Smiling makes a person beautiful. Okay. Laughter helps us to cope. Whether this is looking at your growth and what you've walked away and just laughing it off and moving on so that you're not bitter, okay, are still in the energy of disappointment or remorse, what I was saying, the energy that you should not, if it's something to benefit your trust, right, add more value to your trust, things you have to walk away and make those decisions. I was just hearing, I don't know what author I was listening to off bat. I'm always reading, but it was basically saying you can have the best employee, but unfortunately, they just cause so much havoc that you have to let them go. Okay, so that your culture, your community that you have established are establishing entrepreneur peace and harmony. Allow your mission to show. Yeah, no company, no business, no freelancer. Things are not always perfect, but I want to be, if I want to retire with you, right? If I'm doing this for the long haul, I want to be happy. Yeah, there's going to be unexpected things and we have to adapt and we have to move quickly and smoothly or stand still. I trust myself. Let's say that together. I trust myself to continuously to move forward. There's no need to look back because those who are falling as you move forward, you can extend a hand and say, here, grab my hand, let me pull you up. Because those that are behind you that has fallen, they're trying to stop people who are coming or walking behind you, trying to push forward. You can't see because you haven't turned around. Okay, that, my friend, is that false King of Pentacles. Okay, moving forward. Okay, following humor, we have 222 in reverse. There's a lot of potential for new relationships, and it came in reverse. This is still having trust issues. Okay, let's go ahead. And by having those trust issues, you are unable to deliver. Your focus is not there because we have shipping and handling. Collective. You're unable to check yourself in. You're unable to serve. What's the gesture of this? Because this is foolishness. It definitely is. The Queen of Cups. Because you're definitely caring, and you know people are humored by it. Humored. People are literally going out of their way. Now it's time for you to put on your full armor of God, that you should be able to fight against the wiles of the enemy. Okay? You got this, collective. Listener, you got this. Yeah, you may feel lonely now. They say it's lonely to the top, but no, it's lonely when you have to be in your creators, but don't have to be that way. It's only lonely when you're in your growthing process. Every time you go to a new stage, right? A new level of emotion, of growth. Yes, it's alone. You have to experience that alone. But you don't have to do it alone. You have to put in the footwork and search out your soul tribe. Search out those who are willing to help. You're not alone. And don't tell yourself that you are alone. This is not a session episode of, oh, I'm preaching to you or I'm being aggressive. No. I know how it feels to be in a lone place. And then by having so much trauma and moving out of that trauma and growing from that trauma and trusting self again, that it's hard to smile. The heart is smiling, the eyes are smiling, but the face is not. And people can be intimidated and you become unapproachable, not even realizing that probably all day people wanted to walk up to you just to know your name. Entrepreneur. Right? Embrace your creativity. Because those who do not see your hard work will show. Okay. And then we have planner. Plan accordingly. Okay? So that you don't burn out. Double check your plans. Make sure that whatever you're planning aligns of what you need to accomplish. Yeah, we do need to have some stuff to spice us up to, keep us motivated and things like that. But is it the time? It's not a time to take a trip. And I'm not talking about a vacation. So be careful what you say yes to because you might end up tripping, literally, or tripped out, right? And some people, your competitors, right, may be trying to get you in that space, and that's why it's funny. Some of you did release anger. You did say what you wanted to say, right, out of character. But you can regain your authority. You definitely can by being the bigger person, smiling again, owning up to your truth, not going out of your way of what the next person did. You keep your stance, your authority, your control. Yeah, we have hiccups, unexpected ones. But when you know who you are, all of that foolishness, yeah, they were entertained, but who was really entertained? At the end of the day, those who were entertained. No one, most people who are foolish won't admit, but you'll know because you'll see it because these people will still speak to you. They'll still support you. Okay. And the person who actually has the issue, they'll entertain, right? The clown. You remain in your leadership, moving forward and plan wisely. Okay. Don't plan to tear down someone else. Okay. Now, I know in the corporate world, you got to have tough skin. I get it for some of you that are in those industries. But for most part, entrepreneurs, you're willing to control. You have the full control. Okay. You are the operator. Plan wisely because you do not want to spill your gifts, or the Ace of Cups that is coming in with new uh, ideas. Okay, we have trade. Trade is my bartering, being blessed, people coming in willing to barter with you. Simplify. Okay, declutter your thoughts, entrepreneur. A lot of responsibilities. Simplify your thoughts. Okay, simplify your goods and your skills that you are willing to barter and trade off. Okay. And remember, you have luck in trading. Okay. Support group. Go to a community event. Remember, I said take the initiative. Okay. Join a club, association, group that aligns with you. Okay, understand you're going to meet people that don't like you, and you're not going to like people, but you don't pass judgment. Don't pass judgment. Moving forward. Meditate on it. Okay. When you come into places for the second week of August of 2021, let go and let God, as well as just taking a moment and being in that stillness and that unconditional love of extension, okay, before making decisions. So people, if you are being rushed, then that is a no-go. You have to fill in the blank if that is a yes or a no. but you'll feel it. But if it's unfamiliar, how do you know? Give it a chance. Online course. Okay. These are three things to consider to adapt into your life, entrepreneur. And for those of you that are in the back who are inspiring entrepreneurs, come to the front here. Be a part of a support group, meditate, and an online course, something you need to freshen up on, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a support group. You can start attending events, okay, social groups that align so that you can build those contacts of networking, okay? And letting go. You definitely have to let go of this, ignorance of people. So let's go ahead and pull. You're no longer going to have to deal with that once you acknowledge that, the more growth that you have, there's just some people who are just insecure, right? Knowing their whole purpose is to try to create blockages. Moving out of that messiness, entrepreneur, second week of August 2021. Is hire an expert instead of dealing with people who are saying, oh, I can do this, but they haven't done it for themselves. They have nothing to show. So if someone says, yeah, I know how to, I definitely know how to submit a grant application so that you can be accepted for a bid, if that's making any sense or whatever. And they've never written a grant, right? Never even did a proposal. Don't even know. Have information, but they don't know. You get what I'm saying? But then at the same time, this can be an individual who has been waiting for this opportunity. Yeah, give a person give opportunities what you see is met fit, but if you are the expert and you don't need to hire nobody and you don't need to deal with extra problems, make out the time, plan out that time, simplify it, don't overthink it, right? Trade yourself and your goods and service and make it happen. Do what you need to do. It can be overwhelming. It can be tired. That's why that meditating, taking breaks, taking naps is very, very vital and necessary. Okay? Because your cup definitely overflows as you invest in yourself. You put in that footwork yourself and you are crafting your craft, right? You're depositing into your trust. And change of focus. Think happy thoughts and apply those to business to focus better. Anything else? A business plan. Focus on your business plan. Focus on what it is that you do, what it is that you provide, what is the benefit, okay? Turn your dreams into a vision and turn that vision into a plan. Make it simple, plain, and clear. On the bottom, working your way up to the top. If you feel overwhelmed, this is a time to inventory self. We have to be able to control and prioritize our personal, right, so that we can be productive with our business, okay? So let me go ahead and shine some light on you, entrepreneur. For those of you who are just coming in, make sure you follow and subscribe. This is your second week of August of 2021 entrepreneur reading. shine some light on entrepreneur. We have mirror. Who or what is triggering you? You have to fill in the blank and pertaining to your entrepreneurship. This can be also, especially for those of you who are inspiring entrepreneurs. And this is the time where you have to grow up and not look for approval. Okay? You have to take responsibility. If you can go through, whether that's family, friends, you have to fill in the blank. If you can go through that kind of pain, then you are ready to take on the world of people who are not going to like your product, not going to like your service, not going to like your motivational speaking. Who cares about those who don't align with you? You let go and you give that to God. Everyone is aligned with everyone, but yet we're all connected. You can elevate high or you can stay low. Listener, I would want you to consider the high and not the low. Okay? Shed some love on you. Balancing out. This is literally, and that's what the hindrance is. It's the codependency, right? Looking for that approval. Okay? Love for the entrepreneur. And we have true love. Whatever your endeavor, career, industry, product, business plan, what you have to fill in the blank. This is something that you love, or this is something that you are falling in love with, and you're realizing that this is it, and you have to trust yourself. So let's say it again together, your affirmation. I trust myself. Okay? Look at it like this. Those who disagree with you, step back and be still, and not with judgment, but analyze what it is that you cannot be in agree with, but because you're compassionate, right? You have a wild heart. No matter what you do to me, I love you, and have compassion. Okay, this is all relationships. Okay, because in order for your entrepreneurs endeavors, right? Your different avenues that you have going, right? Moving with people. You literally have to make sure that these roads are maintained and maintenance. Is there road assistance available? I mean, do people, if they decide to get off your freeway, that do they have to pay for food? Are you offering fast food? Are you offering home cooked meals? Sacred gatherings of you? There is no rush. Just a way to think about it, of not allowing the next person who does not see your vision, right? Who does not agree with your potential that you have accepted, and now you are trusting, right? Let's go ahead and put you some rebel entrepreneur. Second week of August 2021, rebel entrepreneur. For the entrepreneur, very aggressive. You got to be aggressive for those of you, and I know because I'm sweet, but for the most part, sometimes I can look as if I can be aggressive, and I can choose to be, right? But I prefer to give my purest, so that what presents itself, it shows me exactly what it is, and I have the free will to say, okay, do I want to deal with such. And sometimes I am guilty of association. I waste my time and I deal with something that I'm familiar with. But now I have said, nope, there is no door, like there is no access. Take that into consideration, listener. Rebel for the entrepreneur for the second week of August. To maintain this Ace of Cups. Stop texting, stop talking, stop checking on that person. Just stop. You know how that resonates, and for that, who that confirmation was for. Okay? Don't beg for help. Don't look vulnerable. That also can mess up opportunities. You stand tall, be confident. Anything else for the entrepreneur? Second week of August. Let's be gentle here. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe 2. Move on. And rebel. Definitely, it's literally time to trust your rebel side and speak up for yourself. If you learned a lot, and you already know what the result is when you are humble. No, now it's time to be content. Humble is saying, okay, you can run over me, you can talk over me, you can take advantage of me, you can use me, right? Being content is taking full control. No, I have boundaries and they will not be crossed. And if you don't accept those boundaries, move on. Don't turn around. Sure, I forgive you if you're willing to be responsible and take responsibility. And sure, I do forgive you, but now that I know your true core, not holding it over your head, I just don't have time to second guess if you're going to present that type of behavior again. And some of us, we do. It's like, okay, everyone deserves a second chance. Now, if it's a second chance and it happens again, you know what to do, listener. Moving forward, let's get some direction. Guilty as association, how about 110 chances? Okay. But then when you realize that it's blocking your blessings, you get to start over fresh because God will send somebody who's willing to play that part. Better is here. Say that. Better is here. We have strength. Protecting the 10 of Wands, accomplish responsibilities. Okay? You're almost there. You may have unconsciously or consciously taken on extra responsibilities, but you know that blood, sweat, and tears you've put in are about to pay off. But even when you reach the pinnacle of the goal you've set, so the protection of strength, okay, bravery, compassion, confidence, that focus of that trust. That's beautiful. Entrepreneur, I want to extend after the confidence, we have notes in reverse. Now you know to be still and to be quiet. Now you're moving in silence, leaving your competitors blinded. What are you up to? Because see, you were the creator, constantly creating ideas, and people were stemming and how do you say it? Mirroring. But for the most part, if you made it, let's say you created a blog saying how to smile today, then they created a blog how to smile better today. Okay, they can no longer copy you. Okay, Credit goes where credit is due. And then we have office space. Your space is a reflection of you and what you do. It is in reverse, right? You're saying, no, my world is a reflection of me. And now my heart's desires is manifesting. It is here. My 10 of Pentacles is here. Okay. And we have demo in reverse, which says share examples of your work. You are no longer being the fool, right? You're no longer taking the risk because you know, you're like, nah, I'm going to put in the footwork now. I'm going to take the simple steps, and I'm going to enjoy my journey as an entrepreneur. This is second week of August of 2021, and this can be extended. This can be long term. Mind you, long term has an expiration date. It does. This is a journey of entrepreneurship that is infinite. There is no ending. Okay. And then we have learning. Yes. And we learn constantly. And as you learn, yes, teach those, right? Be mindful, right? But don't give too much, okay? Don't give too much, right? Because your trust is value. Don't devalue yourself. Because we've learned from that, right, entrepreneur, right? By just giving and thinking people would return the same cup, okay? Don't just give people the benefits, right? When they have not purchased, okay, invested. So let me go ahead and give you a let's see here. I am going to give you an outcome of this whole energy to give you a peace of mind, entrepreneur. Okay. Pertaining to your cup. Okay, a cup of what you need to offer for the second week of August, and the cup of what you should, if you accept it or not, or what is coming into you for the second week of August, August 9th to the 15th of 2021. So, cup of what you should give is bearing fruit. A cup that is being offered to you is great big love. Beautiful. Okay. The cup that is being offered to you, great big love. Okay. Love heals all wounds, being all life. It sustains you when you are starving for grace. When you stumble and fall, and when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to the limited perspective of the ego, now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of great big love that you made, which is ever pulsing through your veins. Today, invite love with a capital L into your inquiry. You'll be amazed, and your very question may be changed as a result. Love is the strength you need today, the lens you must look through to find the truth and your way. Love is the only way, and the only answer. And you know, love is kind, love is gentle. This is beautiful. This is a cup that doesn't have to be questioned. You fill in the blank of what that is. I'm not nosy entrepreneur. So the cup that you are offering or should consider offering for the second week of August of 2021 is bearing fruit. Okay. You're in a powerful and fertile season of your life when you are particularly good at making things happen with very little effort. Pay close attention to what you're manifesting now, from your career to your personal relationships. Your influence is strong at this time. If you do not like what your life is yielding, prune to the proverbial tree and get in alignment with generally lights you up. Choose wisely of who you offer your cups to. Okay. Don't be so quick to offer a cup. Allow people to show their true self. Okay. Allow opportunities to show its true benefit of what it is what's truly going to be offered. Read the fine line. Oh no. Hold on. I didn't hear that. Oh man. I bet you did. Yeah, I think you did. So yeah, read the fine lines. Okay. And sometimes when things fall over and when the tower happens, right? When you're in a good place, you're not going to react in upset and distress. So be mindful that when unexpected things happen on how it's making you feel, or when you're around certain people or groups or whatever, be mindful of your emotions here. Because what you love to do is not going to be frustrating, especially when things are not intentional, right? So right now I'm holding the mic because I was putting something up and everything kind of tilted over. But for the most part, the great big love of cup, right? Of something that is mutual, right? The trust is mutual, value is mutual here. And what you can consider of offering is the bearing fruit, which is very, 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 very beautiful. I think it's a very wise and making a wise decision of whom you're offering um, your cup to. Because if you're spontaneous, this cup can be peace and confrontation. And that can then be with self. And then that can cause a lack of judgment in making the right, appropriate decisions that needs to be made, listener. Okay? So, with that being said, that is your week lead for the second week of August of 2021. And I'm going to put a divine masculine and a masculine and feminine energy. For the feminine energy, we have the 8 of emotions. Okay. With the 8 of emotions, um, the wounds that you thought were so hard to get over is now so small, where now you're not even focused on those because you've moved forward. And those experiences that you've had to this point in your entrepreneurship journey, where you're able to drink from your own cup of inspiring yourself, motivating self, right? Because even in this dark hour where just your presence is illuminating that full space of darkness. Let's put a masculine on you. And we have the world, right? Fully trust yourself, entrepreneur, because the world has your back. Oh, for those of you who are new to SGL, the SGL show, Spiritual Guiding Light, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Everyone, as a collective, if you have any questions, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Check out our YouTube channel. It's still under construction, but there is some content available to you. If you're looking for a personal, all the information is in the description box, okay? Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you.